Was he a son of God?
Yes, he was.
Was he God?
Yes, he was.
Was he a man?
Yes, he was.
He was. Was the son ever called the father?
No, that would be a heretical statement.
But here, what does it say?
I love you, Allah.
And obviously, I wouldn't agree that all messengers were created by God.
I see what you mean.
Because
But wouldn't that...
messengers that came
Yeah,
to people.
I see. But wouldn't that make a difference then if we say, you know, the angels who came to Abraham and Lot,
Right.
how many were there?
There are 3 messengers.
Okay. Were they angels?
They're all spoken of that way now.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Now-
you can...
Now,
You don't necessarily have to see that as a class of being, you can see that as messengers. as
Agreed,
well.
I can. But there isn't any explicit statement that says that they cannot be considered as separate beings.
The 3 angels.
Angels in the Bible.
Yeah, it seems reasonable to think they're separate beings.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's quite reasonable. So the question therefore then arises this, that if the angel of the Lord said something, and we are to take the narrative from Genesis to Revelation of what angels constitute, okay, then the question therefore arises again. He said, the angel of the Lord said. Question here, because what we are trying to discuss here is the issue of deity, because that's what you had mentioned. Yeah. Now I know that whenever the angels have been mentioned, there is no explicit statement considering them to be deity.
Apart from what I just showed you and many other places where the angel of the Lord claims
Exactly.
to be.
It says the angel of the Lord, angel of the Lord. Now, what I am saying is, look, as a human being, if somebody just suddenly came and started claiming he was God, yeah? How do I verify his claim? If, for example, me and you, Daniel, are to say, right, we are going to judge this particular individual using only the Bible, how would we disqualify him?
Well, I mean, there's a number of ways to do it. You could require something like a sign, a miracle.
Okay?
You would assess what he teaches. Does it fit the Bible?
Okay?
I would argue that such a teaching would not fit the Bible as per post the New Testament.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let us assume we use those.
Right.
Now I want you to do exactly the same and judge a person to be a true prophet of God. How would you do it?
A true prophet. Well, I would look at their teachings, see if they fit the teachings of the prophets who came before.
Yes?
Which Muhammad of course didn't, so we have some problems there.
I'm not even going there. Miracles, wonders and signs, would we use those to determine the truthfulness of the prophet?
Yeah, but if they taught multiple gods, you would still have to reject them, as it says in Deuteronomy 18.
But it's about the teaching and about the miracles you are saying.
Yeah,
But then we just said
you could still reject a miracle worker on the basis that they taught some kind of heresy, for example,
Agreed.
gods.
Agreed. But here is the problem, Daniel. I agree totally with you. However, you know, when we did this exercise of distinguishing between who is a claimant to being God and who is a claimant to being the prophet, we use the same criterion.
More or less, yeah. I mean,
so how do we make the distinction?
Well, the fact that the prophet claims to be God.
No, the man claims to be God.
Right.
And there's a man who claims to be a prophet of God. We said, what would we use from the Bible, using only the Bible, to determine the claimant's truthfulness? So, if a man came and said, I am God, how can we dismiss his claim using the Bible?
Well, I mean, you would require some serious evidence, right?
Like what?
Well,
using the Bible, what would we use?
You would require that everything that he teaches would be in keeping with what the Bible teaches. And so, if he claims to be God in the flesh, then he has to fulfill the criteria for the second coming of Jesus, which is that every eye shall see him, to be his light in the flesh.
No, I didn't say that. What I am saying is, if a man just came and claimed to be God,
right,
what evidence would we seek from the Bible to dismiss his claim of being God?
Well, the Bible teaches that, I mean, it doesn't teach that anybody can just claim to be God. You know,
I agree.
I mean,
what I am saying is,
the thing
what
is, in the case of Jesus, we have extreme evidence. We have the resurrection of the man verifying his claim.
Yeah.
Somebody
But
would
there
have
is
to do something like that.
No, agree. But the question is not that. You see, we are talking about while he was alive on earth. Because the claim that is being made is while he was alive on earth. Yeah. Let's look at that. The question I'm asking is fulfillment of prophecy can be for a prophet. There's no problem with that.
Yeah, but I mean, if he claimed to be God and he fulfilled Isaiah 9 verse 6, and to us a child is born, and to us a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be
Right,
Wonderful
yes.
Counselor, Mighty God.
Yes.
Then we would have a reason to accept the name.
Right, okay. So,
And you know, Isaiah 9:6, his name is So
you see, Daniel,
if there was
excellent.
fulfilled prophecy
But you see
like that, then
I
we
can
could
see what
accept
you mean.
somebody's claim.
But I'm going to throw a spanner into the works here, Daniel. Yeah? Because whatever you have just said is something that the guy could have easily read and come with it. Because it is post the event.
Well, you
So-
don't choose the place where you're born.
But here's a question though. The guy has just made a claim that he is God.
Yeah.
We don't know anything else.
Right.
But if he starts confirming what you are saying, will that make him God?
Well, if the prophecies that he fulfilled involved him being God,
Would that mean he's God?
if he fulfilled a prophecy about God becoming incarnate, then that would make him God.
Would it make him God?
If he fulfilled a prophecy about God entering into a human nature,
Excellent.
then it would be a fulfillment.
Excellent. Is there one explicit verse that tells us this?
Well, yeah, Isaiah 9 verse 6.
What does it say?
It refers to Jesus as being mighty God, eternal Father, Prince of Peace.
Just read the verse.
Isaiah 9 6.
Yeah.
For a child will be born to us, a son will be given to us. So the child is born, but the son is given. This implies that he pre-exists because he is given. And the government will rest on his shoulders, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor. The name Wonderful there is a title that is used by the angel of the Lord elsewhere.
Okay.
In, I think it's Judges chapter 13.
Yeah.
Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God. The term is El Gabor there, and it's the same term that is used for Jehovah in the next chapter. In the
Yeah.
chapter 10.
Okay.
Mighty God, Eternal Father, or he's sometimes Father of Eternity, so
Yeah.
it requires a eternal pre-existence, and Prince of Peace.
Right. Okay. Now, the verse here is, if you just go back to it, thank you. Which government was on his shoulders?
Well, the government of Israel.
Was it on Jesus' shoulders?
No, but it will be when he returns.
Right. So are we talking about this? Talking about future tense? Or was it talking about the prophecy of Jesus when he came?
It's talking about the prophecy of Jesus when he came, because he did come as the Jewish Messiah. And
Right,
king.
okay.
He came riding the colt in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Behold, your king comes to you riding upon a donkey.
Yeah.
So he did come as the king of Israel.
Yeah. Now you see, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because what I am saying, the verse here is talking about who it is. Then a description is given of the person. Number one, was he a child that was born?
Yes, he was.
Was he a man?
Yes, he was.
He was. Was he a son of God?
Yes, he was.
Was he God?
Yes, he
Was the son ever called the father?
was. No, that would be a heretical statement.
But here, what does it say?
The title Father of Eternity.
Eternal?
Eternal Father, yeah.
Was Christ ever called the father?
No, he wasn't. The thing is, the title is Father of Eternity.
Yes.
It means
Fine.
the one who is the Almighty Creator of everything.
Exactly.
It doesn't necessarily make him the person of the Father.
I'm so glad you're saying that. It doesn't necessarily. Now the question I would ask is this. If there is no precedent prior of God coming down as a man, then logic would dictate that whatever we are going to be reading subsequently should also fit with what was prior.
And it does, of course.
Do we agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I went to Genesis 16.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
I understand.
Messengers of God,
Yes.
or at least one particular messenger,
Yeah.
is himself deity.
Agreed.
So-
but that is on an interpretive basis. What I
Well,
said,
he claims to be God. He claims
True,
to be,
no problem.
I am the God of Bethel.
Yeah.
That would be the equivalent in Islam of claiming I am the God of the Kaaba.
yeah,
Who else would that be but Allah?
right, absolutely. Okay, which is fine. Now, looking at the verse, why do they scream? Why can't they talk? Yeah, looking at the verse, the idea here is about whether a person making a claim to God is God.
Yeah.
That's what we are asking. You referred to this. Now we have already accepted that what it is talking about here is when Jesus came.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, the increase of his government being of no end, as per verse 7,
Yes.
I believe that has yet to reach its full fulfillment in the millennial
Okay,
kingdom.
that's fine, no problem. But here is the issue. What you have said here, if the person related this to you before you asked him, would that make him God? In other words, he fulfills prophecy before you even question it. Will that make him God?
If he said that he fulfilled this prophecy,
Yes.
I would accept that as a claim to be God. And if, after checking whether
What?
he actually fulfills the prophecy,
Excellent.
I would then
you-
accept or reject that.
Brilliant. You would look at objective evidence to establish whether a man is God.
Yeah, the evidence of fulfilled prophecy.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, I would consider prophecies in the Bible as the kind of objective evidence of the
Right. So a person just claiming to be God is not sufficient.
Well, no, not without evidence such as prophecies being fulfilled.
Excellent. Now you see, if the prophecy is not fulfilled, then
I'm sorry?
if a prophecy is not fulfilled, does that exclude the person from being God?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
So that's a good one. I like that.
it depends.
Cut.
When you say the prophecy, maybe they fulfill